Well, I never thought I'd be saying this. We start our journey with Crawley today with a Checkatrade Trophy game against Bristol Rovers. And it's not, I don't think, at the Checkatrade.com stadium. Too many Checkatrades, and it's very, very confusing. But for episode 2 of Zero to Hero, it's our first episode with Crawley. Got no intro yet, but it's a work in progress. But for the first episode of the Crawley side of this, managed to go back and watch episode 1 if you've got absolutely no idea what I'm going on about. But if you have, it's episode 2. So let's transfer over to FM and see me in about 2 seconds. Hello there everyone, welcome to episode 2 of Zero to Hero. Today we take charge of Crawley Town Football Club, the Red Devils, the proper Red Devils. None of this rubbish from Manchester United. It's the proper Red Devils, Crawley Town, and we start today with a game against Bristol Rovers in the Checkatrade Trophy, and then we have a league game against Mansfield in the next game. Now, just to give you a quick reminder of what our situation is here, now we take over at Crawley. They've got 10 points from 20 games. That's obviously a pretty much available 30 points. And Lincoln at the head of the table are only on 38. So it doesn't look like anyone's had a brilliant start to the season. No one's running away with it, but still. We're 7 points off anybody, you know, we're 7 points off safety, but we're 7 points off Port Vale as well. And looking at the recent schedule, apart from a win against Wickham, they haven't won in the league since they beat Yeovil back in September. But they've had a good run in the Checkatrade Trophy, it seems. They beat Portsmouth 3-0, my old employers, of course, lost to Charlton, and then beat Fulham's under 23. So as a result, they've got into the second round here against Bristol Rovers. I don't know how the Checkatrade Trophy works, I haven't really been on it much this season, but we're going to play this round regardless, and then play against Mansfield in the next game. As you can see there, they did get through the FA Cup first round, but lost to Walsall in the FA Cup second round. So really, it's just going to be the Checkatrade Trophy, and really League 2 that we want to focus on. But first, obviously, we need to focus on this game against Bristol Rovers away from home, and then we come back to the Checkatrade Trophy for a game against Mansfield, which will be featured later on in today's episode. So, the team for today's game against Bristol Rovers is going to take a little bit of getting used to, but we've got Glenn Morris in goal, the 33-year-old veteran, really, but he's the best goalkeeper we've got at the club at the moment. He's played at Crawley for a few years, but he's got plenty of experience down at this league, League 1, League 2, a lot of experience with Leyton Orient, and then more recently with Southend, Shot and Crawley, as well as Gillingham, and he seems to be quite good. We've got Lewis Young at right back, 28-year-old, and he's been at Crawley for 4 years. He's made 120 appearances, but he started at the Watford Academy. Then we've got Josh Yorworth, who's only 22, and he started at Cardiff and has been in the Championship and League 2, most recently with Crawley. Then we've got Mark Connolly alongside him. Crawley did seem to buy him at one point earlier, but then they sold him to Kilmarnock in the Scottish Premiership, and then he's come back to League 2 and done pretty well, it seems. But he was a Wolves guy back in the day. Got Cedric Avina, he's on loan from Doncaster, and obviously, well, he was an Arsenal youngster, so it's a pretty good heritage, and then played around these parts for a little while. Got Mark Randall and Alex Perry in the midfield. It looks like Randall's just joined the club on a free, and he's been around really, again, another Arsenal youngster. He's even played in Italy. That's probably something that none of our players can say that they've done. Also got Alex Perry, who's on loan from Bolton, it seems, till the next transfer window. And he's only really played for Bolton, so we're playing him for today. Then we've got Balderjuin, I think it's Balderjuin. The Dutch player, he came from FC Utrecht to start with, so a pretty good team. And then has played in the second division of Holland with Alness City. And then has come to a free to England. And last season he did pretty well. Then we've got Dean Cox on the left wing. He's really just a left winger and he's a really good player. Plenty of appearances for Leyton Orient over time, but he's also played for Brighton in the Championship once, as well as in League 1. Plenty of heritage there. Then we've got Thomas Verheid up front, 25-year-old Dutchman. He started with ADO Den Haag, played in various leagues, but he's only played 2 games so far, but he's the best striker we've got as at the moment, apart from Carlin Ahern Grant on loan from Charlton. And he's been on loan he's been on loan at Cambridge and done nothing. But this season, he's scored 4 goals, which makes me cringe, but that's actually our top goal scorer. We've only scored, if we go on, well, we'll just look at the league to start with. We have only scored 12 all season. Now, that's 20 games, so that's what? That's 0.6 goals per game. I hope I've got the maths right. I think I have there, but that's quite appalling. And as you guys know, if you've been long viewers of the channel, that goals record will soon go up. Now, I can't believe it tonight. The sun's not meant to go down to 7:30. So I thought, I don't need to put the light on, because it's quite light, but it's really not, is it? It's quite dark tonight. So I'll just submit the team, and I'll also go and turn the light on. That's better. Right, our first outing then obviously comes against Bristol Rovers. They're in the same league, I want to say. Oh no, they're in League 1 now. Blimey. Bristol Rovers are a team that really just jumped between the leagues. They went down to League 2 a few years ago, then they actually went down to National League, went down, and then went straight up again. They're in 10th. They're now in 21st, though, in League 1. Not playing the best, but we're not playing the best. And hopefully we can get a good win to start us off. Any names I recognise in there? I don't think I do. No. Oh, my God, is that Alexis? I thought it was Andre for a minute. I thought, surely it can't be. But Alexis Andre in goal for Bristol Rovers. And, yeah, I think that's absolutely right, Glenn Morris. Glenn Morris, the guy who's in goal, is our assistant manager at the moment. It's quite peculiar because, basically, we haven't got an assistant at the moment. Now, we've got to change all our stupid highlights. I did watch a Loki Doki ramble the other day, and I completely agree with him. That the highlights should just be the fact that, how they are, and at least you can save them. That would be lovely. But every save you start, you have to do it, and it's a bit annoying. Let's go to the tunnel. Yep, I think my ambitions are matched. Really happy to start at Crawley. I think this is going to be a team. I don't want to try and replicate the Portsmouth thing, but I think this could be a little bit similar to Portsmouth. And I'm more than happy to be here. So here we go for the start of our adventure with the Red Devils, the official Red Devils. We'll just get some of these tweaked. So we want the latest scores, event updates actually at the bottom, and then it's the league table that goes at the top. That's correct. Very good start though here. I don't know what to expect with this team. Obviously, it's not playing well at all. So really, to a degree, it can only get better under us. Surely, it can't get any worse. So that's one thing. But I do appreciate some of you guys saying, if we go down this season, then we're in the National League and we could be in the Championship if we'd gone to Bury. But I just thought I preferred the prospect of Crawley. I think Bury a bit of an up and down team. But Crawley are really one on the rise, and hopefully we can do something with them this season. Maybe not this season, but certainly save them from relegation. Maybe they can go for a promotion push next season. But of course, this isn't just the one club save, apologies. It's the Zero to Hero challenge, so it's a little bit like a journeyman. I'm not going to lie to you guys there. But that's very nearly 1-0 down. Good clearance from Avina there. Looks like Verheidt is a little bit injured. But yeah, it's a little bit of a journeyman, I suppose you could say. We're just going to see how this goes with Crawley. I'm happy to stay for a few years. But if we can't get any further with this club, then we will definitely go elsewhere. We could get the sack within like 3 days. And, 3 days probably a little bit too much. But, maybe if we don't improve, then we could be sacked by, the end of the January transfer window. I think that's fair enough. But we're not playing too well at the start here. And we've been mugged, to be honest, at the back. And we're just not playing with any, sort of chemistry or anything like that at all. But saying that, we became manager at 12 o'clock today. And it's only 7:45 now. So that's a goal. I think it's offside there from Verheidt. Hold on. He scores, but yeah, it's been ruled out. So we did get one in the back of the net there, but it is offside. But to be fair, this game is a great chance just as a friendly, I suppose. I mean, I don't need to be like that at all. Apologies if you just heard my phone go off there. But we can treat this as a bit of a friendly. I don't care about the Checkatrade Trophy. I'll be purely honest. My main sort of objective, I think any manager that would come here would be to get survival in the leagues. It's all very well and good winning the Checkatrade Trophy, but if you go down in League 1, then you're down the National League and you won't be playing the Checkatrade Trophy next season. Saying that, though, I'd rather not play in the Checkatrade Trophy. But 32 minutes in here, it looks like Bristol are on top, but as I say, we've had no time to prepare. The players just basically jumped on the bus to Bristol, and we've just gone, hi, I'm your new manager, and it's all happened a bit quickly for us here. So we're going to increase the training intensity. We're going to get the players familiar with the tactic, playing together as well. I think that's an important thing, and we really need to stop motivating this team that seem a bit dogged and frustrated because, if you're bottom of the table and quite a long way at the bottom of the table, you are going to be frustrated. But it's 0-0 at the end of this half, so we've defended quite well, it seems. So we're just going to tell them, really, if we can get a goal, make your favourites to win. You've got to give these sorts of players a bit of confidence. It's a little bit like with the likes of Crystal Palace, wasn't it? When, Roy Hodgson came and it was like, well, within 4 games, everyone said, well, they're relegated. And look what Roy Hodgson's done. I'm not saying this is real life, but obviously FM is quite realistic. So I'm going to try and do all I can to try and get the spirits up in these players and maybe bring 1 or 2 additions in January. We haven't got anything in transfer budget, but maybe 1 or 2 loans, and there might be a free player or 2 that we can nab at some point. But a nice cross though from Bolshevin, and it comes to Dean Cox to Verheidt, and he's finally got it in the back of the net. He did get in the back of the net earlier, but Verheidt, the one who I said, he's played a few games, looks a bit wary, but I've played him because he's our best option. That seems about right. Bolshevin puts it in a good ball, to be fair, but Ahern Grant couldn't quite get on it, but then there was 3 defence on him, so fair enough. But Cox was brought into play, nice pass to Verheidt, quite simple, and Verheidt, with a solid finish, he kept it down and passed the Bristol goalkeeper, and obviously, not to point out the obvious or anything, but if we don't concede now, then we will be going through, which is all nice and lovely. But really, I do want to focus on the league, as I've said earlier, but this is a nice friendly, and if we can win this, it just gets the hopes of the players a little bit, you know, it's all a bit jolly. And considering Bristol in League One, I don't want to say it's a giant killing, but it's pretty good if we can beat this sort of team. We're nearly 70 minutes in, Bristol really not having the best of halves this half. Now, I don't know who's good in this squad and who's bad, so I'm just going to make 3 substitutions when necessary. I think I might just take both of these midfielders off and just tweak with the positioning and all that, but I think over time you'll get to learn the players. A little bit like with Portsmouth, to be fair, at the start. We didn't know what we were doing, but soon we got to learn the players, and hopefully we can have something like Portsmouth here. You know, Portsmouth's brilliant. 1-1. Portsmouth brilliant, to be fair, and, you know, looking at it, maybe I could have stopped at Portsmouth, but, you know, things end, and I don't think we're going to go any further with Portsmouth, but with this team, maybe we can get it to League One and then maybe jump ship, but, you know, we really want to bring stability to this club, and bring it to some good transfers. That's a good goal. Pardon me, sorry, that's a good goal from Bristol Rovers, though. It's 1-1. Hopefully they don't get 2 goals, though, because that would obviously mean they'll win. And that's not too great for us in terms of confidence. But I don't know if you get replays in this at all. I've got no familiarity with the Checkatrade Trophy at all. I don't know anything about it. So I don't know if you get replays, etc. But to lose this late would be a little bit crushing to the players, considering they've led for quite a long time here. And really, have thrown it away. I'm going to be quite honest there. But more, let's not jinx it, shall we? Nichols, that was a very close one, but denied by the post there. And I think the only worrying thing to me is that Glenn Morris is a goalkeeping coach. Now that strikes that he's not... Oh, okay. Penalties then. I think it looks okay. It's basically just done it in that order. Yeah, that's okay. Okay, that's fine. So what we'll do, we'll go behind the goal. I didn't know that was going to happen. We'll actually go director. So Verhate steps up for the first one, and it's in the back of the net. That's a nice one. It doesn't seem like there's anybody at the Bristol Stadium, but saying that, there's quite a few fans over there. But there's been a little bit of a protest, hasn't there, against Checkatrade Trophy. They just don't like it, the fans. And to be honest, you know, it's a bit of a crap trophy. But, oh God, we've got this stupid, we've got this ABBA thing, haven't we? This ABBA format that I've never played yet on FM, but we are going to clearly have that today. Where, you know, they take a penalty. Well, A takes a penalty, then B takes 2. But it's 2-1 at the moment. Dean Cox also dispatches his kick, and that's now 2-2. No problem for him there. Then Bolshwin's got to get a penalty for us. It's all very confusing. But Boldovin with the penalty, and it's in the back of the net. Good shot from Boldovin there. And we got some good accuracy, you know. And a shootout of this size, you'd expect a few players to miss. Will Sinclair for Bristol with the first one for that, not Scotty Stewart. And he's not. It's a good shot there. But maybe Glenn Morris could have got to that. It's now Mensah, and it's not Timothy Fosu Mensah either. But Mensah jumps to take the kick, and it has gone in. What was Glenn Morris doing there? He should have really saved that, but oh well. Ahern Grant can show us now this is a good player. He scored 4 so far this season. Can't get his 5th. He can from the penalty box. 4-4 at the moment. It's been quite a good shootout. Bullman, though, has got the 5th, and I feel like we're going to miss this one. Right, Bullman steps up. Danny Bullman places the ball on the spot. He shoots, and Sam Slocum denies him. What did I say? And if Bristol score here, they are through to the second round of the Checkatrade Trophy, which wouldn't be a bad thing, but it certainly doesn't help our morale out. So here comes Craig then to run up to the spot, and Glenn Morris goes in the goal. And who is going to come out better in this penalty shootout? I do wonder. Craig then. He's going to take the penalty, is he? Just wait for their goalkeeper to come to the side. Craig can put his name in the headlines, and he has. Bristol Rovers have beat us here. I'm not too bothered about that, to be fair. We played well, and apparently they edged it, but I wouldn't really say they did. And I'm just going to say to the players, look, you know, we were unlucky, and I agree with what it's just said there. You know, penalties are a lottery at the end of the day. We've just got, really, as you can see on the schedule-wise, we've just got League 2 to focus on now, and I'm more than happy to do that. And hopefully we can put ourselves out of this horrible, dogged situation we're in at the moment, where we're missing. But look, Danny Bullman's a bit gutted. Can we talk to him about that? No, I don't think we can, but he's 38. He's getting on a bit, certainly. We've got the game on Saturday against Mansfield, back at home. So let's see what we can do, and maybe we can get a point out of that, which would really help us to get a good start here at the club. No change from the first squad then for that game against Mansfield. A few changes on the bench, but nothing in terms of the first team. Here we go then. Charlie Colkett playing for Mansfield. If you watch my Portsmouth series, of course, you'll know that Colkett was an integral part of the midfield at Ports. So that's brilliant to see him there. But apart from that, I don't recognise anyone. But we have now signed an assistant manager, and that man is... Where is he? That is Alan Kirbishley. I think this is quite a coup, to be honest, considering, you know, the success he's had in the past. Of course, a brilliant player and he's been, manager of West Ham at time, manager of Charlton for 15 years. That's pretty impressive. And a lot of sort of experience there. And coach at Fulham in 2 spells, and now he joins us at, here at Crawley. And that'll really help us out, I think, a bit of an older head, a bit of an experienced head, and that'll really, really help us. So, we've got no pressure on us here, but hopefully the players will be a bit G'd up and ready to go. But Alan Kirbishley's got some opposition instructions, and Mansfield are in the playoffs here, so, they've got to be a team that are very much respected, and definitely respected. But, we can beat anyone, in my opinion. And hopefully we can do just that today. It's a bit humiliating having to scroll down on the league table screen just to find ourselves. But, that sort of thing happens. League table, a bit of the admin stuff. But we're obviously 7 points behind at the moment. If we can win this game, we can be less points behind, obviously. But Port Vale are already leading against Cambridge. But Cambridge have soon closed that one out. So fair play to Cambridge. But also fair play to Port Vale. Cambridge are in 9th. It's not bad from them. But for Haight, has got the ball in the edge of the box, and he's robbed there by Pearce. Anderson there to Rose for Mansfield, there to Mellis. Mellis to McDonald, he's through on goal, and Morris saves. Good goal, good save from Morris there. As you can see, there's quite a few teams being scraped into this play for relegation. Obviously, ignoring us, you've got Port Vale, Wickham, and Forest Green on all the same amount of points. Then you've got Newport County and Accrington Stanley as well. So if we can have a really good start here, maybe win 2 out of our first 3 games, that'll really help us to get back in to this fight. But if we lose our first few games and that gap strengthens between us, Port Vale, Wickham and Forest Green, it just feels like it might be going all over already, and I feel like we could be sacked within the first few games if we're not careful. But we're doing decently anyway here, not broken the deadlock just yet. But they're back on the attack now in Mansfield. We can put in some good pressure on it, which is good. But Anderson in the box, Morris saves that, that's good. Clearance from Yelworth there to Ahern Grant. Strange from Bolshevin there, but there we go. And that's the end of the highlight. We're playing decently, to be fair, at the moment. We're not being too stupid. Lewis Young apparently has been error prone. We're playing just all our defenders on the defend mentality. We don't have to do anything stupid. Quite organised. Just the 2 front men really going for it. We've got 2 wingers as well. I'm quite happy with that. But Ahern Grant to Perry. Perry to Randall. Randall, good fall through, but unlucky there. He wasn't really, the number 23 wasn't really going for it. I think that was for Haight. But Logan on the ball now for Mansfield, the Mansfield goalkeeper. Good ball up, but Yelworth gets that one out. Cox runs to get that one. Good work from him. Connolly, good ball to Ahern Grant. We could have a chance here. Ahern Grant into the box for Haight. Lovely shot. Don't quite know what he did there. I can't really show you my feet, or else I'd have to put my feet up quite a lot. But I think what he did, it was meant to go on his right, and then he kind of flipped it with his left, which I don't really see how that's physically possible. But, Thomas for Haight is doing absolutely wonders here, it seems. But there we go. But Yelworth, anyway, on the ball to Connolly, his defensive partner. To Perry, I think it's Will Perry. Let's learn some of these players' names, shall we? Ahern Grant to Cox to Randall. Randall to Bolshevin. Into the box. He just shoots, actually. He doesn't bother putting it into the box. He shoots directly himself. And I would say here that we're putting a pretty good account of ourselves on at the moment, to be honest. We're not playing terribly. And for a team that are bottom of the League 2 tab, obviously bottom of that FL92 setup, we're not playing that bad at all. And we're playing pretty well against a team that apparently are in the playoffs and doing pretty well themselves. So I can't complain at that, but I'm sure we'll concede now just to shut me up. But Mellis on the ball to McDonald, to Rose. Rose shoots. Oh my God, that was a commanding shot, but nowhere near Glenn Morris. We've got a few minutes left of this half. It's still nil at the moment. I'll take a goal or straw, to be honest here. Shows that we're doing well defensively. And just shows really that we need maybe a few more attackers, maybe 1 or 2. And I'd be quite happy to look for those. But 3 shots saved by Glenn Morris in that half. That's good to see. And Alan Kirbishley, quite happy, I think, with that first half. Because at the end of the day, he's a man who's been at many successful football clubs. He's at Charlton for 15 years. And it is the case, that he could be a bit like a Craig Shakespeare, a bit of a snake in the grass. But you never know, I suppose. But he might frown upon my methods a little bit, but I'm a young manager. And as Mr. Raikkonen always said, the F1 driver, leave me alone, Alan. I know what I'm doing. I'm sure he didn't say it like that, but, close enough. But Port Vale are now losing, which means that we gain a point on them. Every little point, every little helps. We're losing, they're losing 3-1. It's actually 3-2. Looks like quite an exciting game over there. But we are still drawing with no goals at the moment. But we're only 6 points off Port Vale. If we can get a goal now, and that puts the gap to 3 points, that's absolutely fantastic, considering we were 7 points behind at the start of the game. But Danny Rose shoots. And it's a goal for Mansfield. That's unfortunate. And then we now are still 7 points behind Port Vale. But Wickham have got a point. And that means that they strengthen their lead by a point to us. But there's still time to go in this game. Still 35 minutes. I'm quite hopeful. But I'll tell you what, these players get very tired very quickly. That's worrying me a little bit. That I haven't really got the stamina. I might have to put some fitness training in. Can Enzio play up front? Let's have a look. Because Ahern Grant's been pants so far, to be honest. Let's try it. Put him there. No. You'd probably scream to me, why aren't you putting Jordan Roberts there? Well, if I put him there, I don't know why he's saying he's a striker, because he's certainly not. Okay, I think we'll just play with one striker then in that case. Because Ahern Grant has to come off. Because I haven't seen in either of the two games proof that he's done anything so far. And that certainly isn't good. So we'll put Verheight up there as a target man. And we may as well just put Cox and Voltrovin on attacking duties. And then play early crosses, more direct passing, we're at the defence. Bit more urgency to the play because we are one behind. We could bring it back for 2-1 here, which would be very nice. But Carrion Ahern Grant hasn't been playing well. He's done nothing, to be honest, these games. Verheight's only on a 6.3 saying that. But Wickham are now losing, which means that they're on the same mode as they were before. McDonald to King. Could this be 2-0 now to Mansfield? Verheight with a bit of a strange header there, but oh well. Colkit. Perry wins it back. Baldwin's got to be quicker on getting that Ben into Pierce. Pierce to Diamond. Neil, maybe? I don't know. White. McDonald. Not old McDonald. Avina, Clifford, Cox, Perry. Good ball from Perry. Oh, come on, Baldwin. You should be getting there quicker. Now it's time to redeem yourself, son. Come on, Enzio. Good ball to Pullman. Perry. Good ball over the top to Clifford. Can he put it into the box for Verheight? Not quite. White puts it out. Now to Rose. Oh, McDonald on the ball now for Mansfield on the right. No, they're not going to get 2-0 up there. I think they are. Penny in the box. He shoots and Matt Penny puts Mansfield 2-0 up. And that is not the good start we've been wanting. To be fair, the only reason we are losing here is because we've had two unfortunate breakaways for Mansfield. And we're getting really unfortunate, to be honest. We're playing quite well. I'm quite happy with this, to be honest. But there's certainly a lot of work to do. And I wasn't expecting it to be easy. But if we can get a goal back now, that'd be quite nice. You know, show that we're a little bit up for the fight. Bullman lose the ball to Colk. It just doesn't seem like we've got the cohesion or the ball control or anything like that, to be honest, at the moment. Bennett, moves us out. Cox to Verheight, shoot, and it's 2-1. We are back in this game now, you know. It's 2-1, and we've got, what, 4 or 5 minutes to go? I'm quite happy with that. So Verheight gets the goal. He's the only player to score a goal yet, which is pretty interesting. But Colkit's not too brilliant there. But to Bennett. Bennett tries to put it out, but Penny with a lovely header there. Sorry, Perry. To Cox, to Verheight. I think Cox got the assist on the last one. It's fair play to him. And then we'll change the instructions, pump it into the box, go route 1. Because really, we want to try and get that one goal. But we've also got another substitution. So we might as well use it. We'll bring Regan Booty on for Alex Perry. And he can play now as a Mazzala. So we'll try that. Put them all on attack. Might as well put Verheight as a... No, we'll leave him as it is. Actually, we'll play him as advanced forward. Why the hell not? Right, here come Mansfield then now. Good throw in from Obeng. Joe Worth gets it out for now. Penny back into the box. Perry gets it out. Come on, Verheight gets that. Nice. Unlucky though, Obeng's got the ball back now for Mansfield. The new substitution. Charlie Colkit to Obeng. To Penny. They've been put under a bit of pressure. That's good to see. Obeng, Mellis. Oh, we should have really got that. And Rose is going to score for Mansfield. And it's now out of our reach, I think. We should have really defended that a little bit better. But I think purely because we're going on the attack a little bit more now. That's the only reason why we are doing poorly. I know that I'm making a few excuses for this team. But look, it's our first game in charge. Few games off camera. Hopefully we can get a few points off them. And we're back on Friday, of course. Going by daily now. But they won't be on Sunday. Because on Sunday, it's Retro Sundays. And of course, MotoGP is out Tuesday, Thursday and Saturdays. So that is going to be the channel schedule for quite a while now. And hopefully you guys are more than happy with that. But if we get sacked from here quite quickly, then it might not be the channel schedule for a long time. But Verheight could get one back. Unfortunately not, though. It looks like Wickham, Forest Green and Port Vale have all lost today. So we've been quite lucky there. But to be fair, I don't think that constituted a 3-1. It's just they got 3 good breakaways. And we just need to be a bit more defensive, to be honest. I think, you know, it was just one of those days. We couldn't really do much about it. But Glenn Morris with 7 shots saved. That is certainly a benefit. So, well, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Apologies if it's a bit of a long video, but obviously 2 games, trying to introduce the squad. It's also a bit of a longer video. But if you did enjoy that, of course, folks, make sure to leave a like on the video, comment down below any of your thoughts, and subscribe if you're new to the channel for Not daily FM anymore, but a few videos on FM a week, but daily videos on whatever it may be. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys on Friday at 6 PM for the first episode of Zero to Hero. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.